All entrances to Yellowstone National Park are closed. This is due to flooding, rock slides, and what is being described as hazardous conditions.
You look at the people that are standing on opposite sides of the river looking at each other wondering how this is going to end.
If there was one time where I'd like to tell people to not come to Red Lodge, this is it.
Good morning. The picture behind me may be beautiful, but it certainly is deceiving because there is danger at Yellowstone National Park. Many of the roads have been washed out and also covered by boulders. Coming up on the Today Show, we'll take you for a look inside the park and also ask, when will it reopen? The answer unclear, but it could be weeks and even months.
This was a housing unit that 6 of our employees and families lived in Montana and Gardiner. It was fairly immediately Sunday night compromised by high flood waters to the point where we evacuated it first thing on Monday morning. That entire structure floated on the water for about 5 miles. It's another example where the road's been completely washed away, where the river potentially has changed course.
This is peak travel season for visitors in the region, like Alex Musavi and his sister Nikki Faramon, who's a producer with KUTV.
It wasn't until we tried to leave Gardiner this morning that we realized how serious it was.
Makes you realize how fragile, the landscape is.
Nikki and Alex are stuck in the town of Gardiner, lucky to get a room while stranded travelers wait out the floods, and stores in town have had to close their doors.
It seems like everyone is pretty much stuck here because if they were trying to go into the park, they couldn't go in, and then the other way out is completely closed. So everyone pretty much in this general area is all stuck in town.
It's currently been washed out, and I'm watching the creek just rage. I have never seen it like this before.
In the nearby town of Red Lodge, drone video shows the floodwaters simply overran the town.
The man who owns the grocery store, his house, he's never going to be able to live there again.
The situation is still very much an emergency. Evacuations and shelter-in-place orders are limiting movement.
Rock Creek is flowing down Broadway. That's the main drag. That's where everything happens.
So far, there have been no reports of death or injury, but the worst could still be to come.
They're saying it's the worst they've ever seen, so it could be up to a few days.
Officials believe around 10,000 visitors were inside the park at the time of this flooding, all asked to evacuate. Backpackers in the park, often harder to reach, also evacuating.
Not only was the park full of visitors, the gateway communities were also full, including Gardiner.
Gardiner taking a big hit from the flooding. Now businesses fear the worst.
Just a couple of weeks after Memorial Day, so it's going to be pretty tough for Gardiner businesses to recover from. And that's not even to mention the impacts to the infrastructure.
Often these high water events are actually a long-term good thing for rivers. They flush out the gravel. So when it does drop back down to the normal, good summer levels, we expect very good fishing.
McGeehan says occasional periods of high water over the years improve spawning grounds, and trout populations often increase as floods flush out sediments.